I had a blitz match against the Big Greek, one of the biggest chess streamers in Germany. And at one point, he figured out that I love to sacrifice, that I love to attack, and he just played the hippopotamus for the last 10 games, and I just broke against this opening. I couldn't get through it. So I really hate it.
Well, you've certainly got to be careful as white when you face the hippopotamus because it's all about the right moment to attack. And if you choose the wrong moment to attack, you can be squashed. The hippopotamus will sit on you and squash you completely.
That's how I felt.
As we're going to see in a moment. As you know, we've got a small article on the hippopotamus called "Crossing the Line," which deals with the problem of when to cross onto the fifth rank. Because as you know, when you play the hippopotamus, there's a kind of line across the middle of the board on the fifth rank, which whoever crosses it first is taking a risk in some ways. You've got to get the timing right. That may be why you can't win games against Hippo. You just attack too soon, or you don't attack at all. So this game, I've got a nice game here for you from the Las Palmas Open in 2009, which kind of illustrates White's problems against this opening. So shall I show it?
Yes, please. Show me.
Okay, it's against Natia Jalabadze and Julian Morales Camacho. And I must say, I am pleased to say I've never heard of either of these people, but never mind. So on we go with Black setting up Owen's defense. Now, there are lots of routes to the hippopotamus. You can go in via the modern, you can play e6 and d6, you can fiddle around as much as you like. But the thing is, what sort of setup is White going to adopt? And what I liked about this game is that White chooses one of the most classical formations. You know, there doesn't appear to be any risk. The bishops come out, the knights come out, the pawns occupy the center, and Black's just fiddling around in the usual hippopotamus style. And one of the golden rules of the hippopotamus is when White plays h4, you generally go h6. And if White goes a4, you generally go a6. And the idea of that is to prevent White from breaking open lines. So that's exactly what happens in this game. And now, what I liked about this was that White kind of runs out of ideas. He's got this beautiful position, but what the heck do you do with it? This is the problem.
This is a problem, yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, you've got this line across the middle of the board, and crossing that line is the big moment in the game, really. Well, anyway, like I said, White doesn't really know what to do, and he comes out with a really funny move here, rook to g1. That's a weird move, but I think White wants to play g4.
Do you think so?
Well, I don't see any other reason for playing that
Absolutely,
move.
Yeah.
Unless he intended to castle and touch the rook first.
Yes.
I mean, that could be another possibility. I mean, actually, when looking at this game, I thought this was the right moment to cross the line. Maybe White could consider moves like h5, then Black goes by, and then castle, something like this, king to b1, and just play on from here. At least White hasn't done any damage to his position. And you've got that pawn on g5 to aim at. And I think even more promising, if we go back to the game, is to play, let's see, h5, g5, and now d5. This is also quite dangerous for Black. White's chosen a good moment to come across the fifth rank, and I'm not sure that Black could equalise here. I mean, he could block. You tend to get these stodgy games with the Hippo, but there's no doubt about it. White is a little bit better here.
Okay.
And going back, if Black plays queen e7, well, again, Black can fiddle around something like this, but I'm not totally sure. It's a complicated game. It's a complicated game, but I'm not totally sure that I would like Black here. But maybe he's okay. Anyway, the point is, going back to our game, that White doesn't know what to do and starts fishing around with moves like knight, rook g1. So Black played a6, still playing in hippopotamus style. White lunges forward. And now b5, h5, g5, knight h2, and now c5. So all this fiddling around on the king side by White has meant that his pieces are now decentralized. So Black can attack in the center. And
Okay.
this is a really good moment for black, because I'm not sure what white does. Um, if he pushes by, well, he opens up the long diagonal. White's not better there. And if he takes, black could take back with the pawn, and well, you'll see in this game that white now gets completely crushed. He doesn't have a clue what to do, and black moves forward in the very rapid hippopotamus fashion. So we just get a few more moves. White's lunging forward, but he can't quite find the right moment to do it. And black simply takes the center. So white's proud center has disappeared. And black now has a really strong attack. And in fact, there's no safe haven for the white king. White's left his king in the middle, and he just gets blown away. F5, C3, look at this. White resigned.
Oh my gosh, how many moves?
Well, it was only 21, 23 actually.
Jeez.
Black's position is totally overwhelming, and all of white's pieces are misplaced.
So it's the opposite of what I was thinking. That the hippopotamus is just like this ultra defensive opening. If one player crosses the line, then the advantage shifts dramatically.
Well, you've got to get your timing right, haven't you?
Yeah.
White completely mistimed his attack in this game. That may be what is happening to you. You know, you may be attacking too soon, setting up a nice position and then not being patient. White's got to be patient too, as well as black. And so in this particular game, it just shows you how quickly the hippopotamus position can come to life and white can be annihilated.
That is very nice indeed. Have you ever played it in a classical game?
Oh, yeah, quite a few times.
Quite a few times. My
Yeah.
goodness. All right. Is there one last tip you can give for everybody who wants to try out the hippopotamus and to get the hang of it? For whom is this? Is it for a defensive player, for an attacking player, or is it neither?
Well, I think you've got to choose the right opponent at the right time. I think Simon Williams chose Bodhana because it's quite a subtle process for white to find the right moment to start the attack.
I see.
And perhaps he felt that the young girl was not fully experienced in a position where there's nothing clear going on. You're allowed completely the free run of the board. You know, normally in chess openings, one side challenges the other one. You're fighting for the center and so on. In the hippo, you know, the board is just open to white to develop as they please. And as you saw in that game from the Ginger GM, white slightly mistimed her opening attack.
Okay. One one last thinking process I had. I've never played the hippo, but it is just a setup. How long does it take till I get the hang of it?
I think you've got to get into a state of mind. You've got to be patient. You can't just lash out with the hippo. You've got to watch out for white's attacking ideas. You've got to be careful. But patience is a virtue. If you've got a degree of patience, then you can play the hippo successfully.
I like that. So maybe this is even more effective against some impatient players.
Oh,
like
definitely.
The young ones.
Completely right. Yeah. Any attacking genius that fancies himself, you can play the hippo.
Love that. Thank you, Andrew. This was awesome. So everybody, you know what to do. Until
Pleasure
then.
to see you, Arnie. Cheers.